For an athlete, it's the youngster Karim El Debis, just 20 years of age. Did start against St. George of Ethiopia at left back in the second leg of qualifying for the CAF Champions League. And in the Simba dugout is the experienced Brazilian coach Robertinho. On their past two visits to Dar es Salaam, it has ended in defeat for Al Ahly. Simba winning by 1-0 on both occasions. The second of those, they were undone by one of their former players, Luis Mikison, coming back to haunt them with the only goal in a 1-0 victory in the 2021 group stage. Marcel Koller, the former Austria national team coach, entered a 2-year wait for the Egyptian league title last season, prizing the trophy back from Cairo rivals Zamalek. 62-year-old former Swiss international. He played at Euro 96 Koller. Both sides just finding their footing early on in this game. How important is it to make a good start here this afternoon at Samoa?
Yeah, you can see the Simba club playing 4-2-3-1 formation. They are very, very patient waiting for Al Ahly to make mistakes. And as you can see, they are also confident on the ball. The way they started the game, you see they are waiting back for Al Ahly to make mistakes. And you can see they want to be more defensive today.
They certainly don't want to be caught out to make any early mistakes, to make the going easier for their opponents. Here's a chance potentially for Percy Tau. Ball just runs away from him, but that's the kind of thing you were talking about, just that minor moment of hesitation, just a lapse in concentration that could ultimately cost them dearly. On that occasion, it's no harm was done, but
of course, if you are playing a team like Ahly and you are playing at home, I think you should even try and put pressure on them for them to make mistakes, because they are playing away and you are playing at home. You have everybody behind you, so I don't see why they should respect Al Ahly too much. And when you do that, it costs you, and that is what we're saying now. I don't want them to sit back for Ahly to dominate the game, but of course, Ahly have got experience, and I do understand their way of playing right now, their tactic and everything. So let's see what happens.
I think that was certainly a point that was touched upon by the Simba coach Robertinho in the press conference leading up to this game. He wants the side to play with confidence. The history, while it's on their side, doesn't really count for much in this fixture. And so he wants, the players to not only talk the talk, but walk the walk as well.
Exactly. And as you said, it's when you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. And football is not about what you say; it's what you present on the field. And of course, everybody knows Al Ahly is serious, and I think their tactic so far is working. Because Ahly has not been able to penetrate right now, but this is just 3 minutes of the game. So and I like the way they are possessing the ball with confidence and everything. So you can see their game plan is working at the moment.
A number of these players were involved in international fixtures just a few days ago, so perhaps some weary legs out there just looking to settle themselves early on and sort of ease their way into this game. A number of the Egyptians were involved in a couple of friendlies as they took on Zambia in the first of those two games, and then a 1-1 draw with Algeria, a match in which they finished with 10 men. Mohamed Hani, the Al Ahly player, sent off on that occasion. There was the likes of Mohamed El Shanawi, along with Mohamed Abdul Munim, perhaps unsurprisingly, given he played 90 minutes in those two friendlies, not in the starting lineup today. Some good defensive work and slightly unconventional with the back heel, conceding the corner.
Great defensive work, he used his pace to make sure he recovers the ball, and then I think it was a bit silly what he did with the back heel, but Now they've had a corner. I think he could have protected the ball a bit and try and win a goal kick or win a foul or something. But this can even cost them. Well, I hope not.
Well, it was from a corner kick in which Ahly scored the all-important goal in last season's CAF Champions League final against Wydad. This one knocked short and then crossed in. It's bouncing all over the penalty area. Eventually booted to safety by the home side, but a little bit of a hairy moment there early on for Simba. Can they launch the counter-attack here? It's not a bad ball in. Some of that pace was taken out of the strike by a deflection, but a lovely floater ball over the top initially just to try and engineer some space for the Simba frontman, Kibu Dennis. This is Petitau, lays it off to Aliou Deng, the Mali midfielder. Signed from MC Algiers back in 2019. And played all 90 minutes against Uganda a week ago, a 1-0 victory for his country. Was given the day off against Saudi Arabia on Tuesday. So perhaps slightly fresher than some of the other players this afternoon. Yasser Ibrahim came off the bench during the recent international break for Egypt. It's his long ball forward in search of Petitau. And Marcel Koller prowling the touchline, just giving some instructions to his players. Mohamed Hussein again looks for the long ball forward. It's flicked on well towards Dennis. It's well defended though by Ahly, and in particular Rami Rabia. This is Enonga on the right hand side now, Mikuson. One back though by El Debes. Opportunity to counter, but just one man in support here as Ahly to hit Simba on the break, quickly breaks down.
I think Simba has slowed the game quite a bit. You know, as we said earlier, their game plan is working for them. You know, they want to make sure Ahly doesn't penetrate into their defense. You know, so anytime they get the ball, they are very patient. They keep the ball, as the coach said in the press conference. So it's like they know what they're doing, and they've prepared so well for this game. Tactically, everything is working for Simba right now.
Yeah, they've certainly looked pretty solid so far. Not really allowing Ahly too much going forwards, and keeping some of the danger men very much under control. It's a nice ball movement here as well, just knocking it around comfortably. Enonga finds the feet of a teammate further forward, and that's a back heel that's well kept alive here by Simba. Mohamed Hussein looks to cross it in. Already had just the one man to try and aim for. Nice ball with the outside of the boot there. As Ahly go on the attack, and it might find its way through. In the end, it's well read by Ali Salim. Off his line in time to come and collect. Fabrice Ngoma, the Democratic Republic of Congo international, wearing number 6 for Simba. In the centre circle. Mohamed Hussein, he's been at Simba for the best part of a decade now. He's been to 4 African club competition at quarter-finals, 3 in the Champions League, as well as 1 in the Confederation Cup. They have not been able to get beyond the last 8, though, in either of those competitions.
I like the way Kimba has been keeping the ball so far. You know, they're putting Ahly on the back foot right now. Their confidence level is beginning to rise. I love number 6, Saidi, the way he controls the midfield. You know, his movement and then his touches and everything. And I think so far, tactically, everything is working for Simba. You know, they try to keep the ball, and then you can see number 10 man Saidi moving behind the defense for a penetrative pass, and that is their game plan right now.
Yeah, just going back to that point you made about Saidi. Well, he may be 36 years of age. He certainly has seen plenty in his career. Played in the Netherlands, Turkey, Poland, France, as well as Kazakhstan, and he's a very experienced and clever player. Just his movements and kind of positional sense.
He doesn't look 36 though, because of the way of his movements. He's so active. He's moving everywhere. He's using his pace and his intelligence so well. For these 11 minutes, I think he's the one who is causing a bit of threat for Ahly right now.
Yeah, very much was a key man last season for Simba in the domestic league. He finishes the joint top scorer alongside young African striker Fiston Mayele with 17 goals, had a dozen assists as well. Saidi Ntimazonkiza. Very much showing that age is just a number. It's a dangerous opportunity here for Al Ahly. Through, and Ali Salim did well enough. It was turned behind in the end by Enonga. It was Reda Slim, the Moroccan, who got into the Simba area there. A lovely touch to take it past one man. I couldn't pick out the only teammate he had inside the area.
I think defensively, Simba is become a bit sloppy. You could see 4 or 5 players behind, not tracking their ball. And when you do these mistakes against an experienced club like Ahly, you're going to get punished. You all have to defend and you all have to attack. But you can see only 4 players defending, and then you see other players walking. And this is not a good sign for Simba right now.
It's going to take certainly a collective effort today from Simba if they are to take an advantage into the second leg in Cairo on Tuesday. They have a corner to defend here. Again, work short. This is Slim. Well charged down. It's going to break kindly here for Simba. A disappointing ball though. Cut out, and Al Ahly, a chance here for Karabakh. It's going to pull the trigger. No, he's not. He shifts it back onto his left foot. Gets underneath it in the end, but a dangerous moment for Simba.
That was a great move. I think he should have gone a bit further after the feint. You know, he did exactly what he should have moved a bit further with even the left before but he was just standing static before he used that technique, which is a bit difficult. He should have moved the ball a bit further before he can strike with the left. But it was great skill.
Yeah, as you say, a lovely bit of footwork there. I'm sure he'll be disappointed with the end product, but he did the hard part to kind of engineer the opportunity for himself. Just let down by the execution in the end. It's been a fairly free-flowing game, not too many stoppages. And a free kick here, just inside the Simba half for the visiting side. This is Arabia. Ibrahim. Mohamed Hani. Now Debes. The first time layoff. Ahly able to keep hold of the ball despite that slip from Reda Slim. Ibrahim. Percy Tau did well to bring that under control. Wasn't the easiest of balls to handle. Clatous Chama, the Zambian. Simba feel like it should be their ball. The decision Appears to have gone the other way.
I think Al is beginning to find their feet right now. The way they are possessing the ball, very, very calm. You know, they should be, Simba should be very, very careful the way they are allowing Ahly to play. You know, you don't need to respect a big team. You know, when you respect a big team so much like that, you start playing on the back foot, and how are you gonna defend for about 100 and something minutes for a team like Ahly? You know, so so far so good for them. The game is going well. Tactically, everybody's a bit cautious, but I still think that we could see a lot of goals in this game.
Yeah, you get the feeling there is that sort of sense of inevitability about Al Ahly. They usually have their moments at some point during the game. It's a lovely ball through here to Percy Tau, and he's put it over the top. Well, if there was one man you'd want in that position for Al Ahly, it would be the South African. Looked to be onside, flag stayed down. Time does run very tight, but flag did stay down, and he'll be pretty frustrated not to have hit the target there. Scooping it over the crossbar.
I think the technique was a bit. I think his balancing was a bit. He didn't have a good balance. You know, great move, great penetrative passes. Simba has been flat-footed in defense. You know, they just keep watching the ball and leave the player running behind. You know, football, you need to track the player running behind. You know, he's the most dangerous player. The one without the ball is the most dangerous player. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple of times now that they've got him down that left-hand side of Simba's. Something that Robertinho, I'm sure, will be keen to address sooner rather than later.
Because I think they are defending well, so I think the left midfielder should even track back a bit, you know, to make sure he help the left back, because they've seen loopholes they're struggling. As you can see, they've been a bit aggressive, but it's not enough. You know, they have to make sure they defend very, very well against a team like Al Ahly.
This is Ahmed Kuka. Now Debes goes back to El Shinawi. Slightly misjudged there by the defender, and on the counter come Al Ahly. This is Carabeth, first time finish, and he's put it wide.
I think it was even an offside, because he was a bit in front of the defense. You know, he should have buried that ball technically, because he was alone. He should have even tracked the ball. One touch is all right, but technically I think he got it wrong. Yeah, it wasn't an offside. It was onside. You know,
it was onside. Looking at the replay, and again, Carabeth. Very much a player who can trouble Simba. Was the joint top scorer last season in the CAF Champions League with 6 goals, including 1 in the first leg of the final against Wydad. That's really 2 glorious chances that the Egyptians have had inside this opening 20 minutes, but yet Simba still level.
I think Al Ahly should have gone at least by 1 goal up by now. They are playing so well. They are attacking the spaces. They are utilizing the spaces of the Simba, because Simba look flat-footed. You know, they are not on their toes. They are not. They just keep watching. And as I said, you know, when you do it like that with a team like Al Ahly, experience. Ahly just needs to bury the chances, and I think they are good. The way they are playing, I think they are also stylish, also helping them. What they have to do is just put the ball in the net, and as I said, we could be seeing a lot of goals in this game.
There's certainly a couple of moments that they could look back on and rue come the end of this match. Obviously plenty of time still remains, but 2 key moments in the early stages here in Dar es Salaam. This is Saidi, ropes it in, just got enough on it there, Aldebes to poke it away from Mukison, who was coming in on the far side.
mind you, most of the players from Ahly are in the national team. You know, they are more experienced, and they are very competitive enough. AFCON is on the line right now, and they're also favorites. You know, so playing a team like Ahly at this stage, you need to be very, very careful. You need to be more compact. You know, and so far so good for Simba. Although they've not had a shot on target, they are trying to keep the ball, as the coach said. I think that's the game plan. They try to keep the ball to find some spaces. And although Ahly has missed a lot of chances, 3 begging chances right now, Simba is still in the game, and they are doing what they did at training. So that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, Al Ahly had 8 players involved in the recent international break. The majority of those for Egypt. A couple others as well. Ali Malou not playing today, involved with Tunisia. Aliou Deng did play for Mali. So the core of this team are very familiar with one another, as well as having a lot of exposure to big matches. And that experience at this level often proves decisive, which is a point they very much rammed home in recent years. And getting the job done on the biggest occasions of all. This is Mikuson. Saidi. Mikuson again. A little bit better this from Simba. Showing some signs of intent, trying to get forward. Keeping hold of the ball nicely as well. Just making Ahly have to chase a little bit. Chama.
I like the way Simba is stringing their passes together. You know, they are trying to find spaces, but they need to get players running behind the defense to create that space for them to be able to explore. But when they are static and then passing the ball, which is all right, try to keep the ball. But football, we all want to see goals. We want to see something very, very dangerous, and that is what Simba is lacking right now. But they're keeping the ball whenever they have the ball, but they haven't been that dangerous. You know, the first 5 minutes they were a bit dangerous with counter-attacks and everything, but everything just stopped, and we'll see what this game goes.
Yeah, there was that moment early on, a chance for Kibu Dennis to really get hold of the shot, but since then they've really struggled to truly penetrate the Ahly back line.
Exactly.
The Egyptians had to come forward once more. Percy Tau passed a little behind, but able to rein it in. Dieng, Hani, Tau.
Yeah.
Second chance here, Percy Tau. Goes down and draws the free kick. And so, a decent opportunity this for Al Ahly. Not too far out. Percy Tau got the favourable bounce and then was brought down by the Simba midfielder Fabrice Ngoma. Perhaps a little bit further out than I first thought, but still an opportunity to test Simba goalkeeper Ali Salim.
My problem with Simba defense is that they are so flat-footed, and it could cost them. You know, that penetrative passes when they pass the ball behind you, and then that's it. They just keep watching the ball, and they are very flat-footed, and that is my worry for Simba right now. You know, this is a free kick that can even be, and he's a very, very good free kick taker. So let's see.
Might be the in-swinging delivery of Percy Tau. Perhaps. No. Swung in, and it's a good save in the end by Ali Salim. Free kick was taken by Mohamed Magdi Afsha. It was a wonderful downward header, and Ali Salim had to be quick to react, getting down well to his left to just turn it behind. First save that either goalkeepers had to make in this one. It was a fine stop indeed from Simba's number one. Again, knocked short, and it's Afsha once more delivering it into the Simba area. Tau. It's back onto the right foot. It's going to be hooked away, but it wasn't properly hooked away, but it's worked out all right for Simba. To attack down the right-hand side. They'll have to settle for a throw-in. Shamari Kapombe. Over 80 caps for Tanzania. The Simba right back. Only one of those coming in the past couple of years, though. And Tanzania did qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations for just the third time. And it will be in the Ivory Coast next year as part of the 24-team finals. A number of Simba players, no doubt, will feature in that squad. This is Miku-san, the Mozambican. And Goma. Almost showed too much of it to Dieng there, Saidi, but got away with it. Chama. Dispossessed is the Zambian. Well won back by Simba. This is Miku-san. No bad ball there. Get the shot away, he might be able to. Out comes El Shenawi. El Shenawi stayed down. Heavy collision between the Simba player and the Ahly goalkeeper, but very nearly an opening there for the home side.
That was the great skill by Luis. You know, but it was rather unfortunate. The ball had to move 50-50 with the goalkeeper, and then that was a dangerous tackle. I think he should get booked for this. But it's a great skill. So far, this is some of the chances they've been getting right now. I don't think it was a dangerous tackle. He went for the ball, but sometimes it becomes dangerous, and I'm sure he's going to get booked for that.
Yeah, it was Cletus Chama who had the opportunity there. Ball was just beyond his reach and may have got a toe end onto it, but certainly got a fair bit of the Ahly goalkeeper, Mohamed El Shenawi. Brave goalkeeping, it has to be said. Put himself at the feet of the charging forwards. He felt the force of that collision.
El Shenawi is one of the important players in the league. He's the captain, of course. And even in the national team, he's had great tournament. He had great tournament the last 2 years, and I think he's the key member of this Ahly team, and even in the Egyptian national team. Great goalkeeper. I think he's the best goalkeeper in Africa right now, and he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world, if I can say. Good goalkeeper.
He certainly has carved out quite a reputation for himself. And also played at the Tokyo Olympics for Egypt a couple of years ago. He's been the first choice for the Pharaohs since breaking into the team in 2018, just before that year's World Cup. A six-time league winner with Al Ahly. He's also helped them win 3 Champions League titles as well. Well, he did miss the first leg of last season's CAF Champions League final through injury. Ufa Chaubert deputising superbly in the first leg of that final, and what was his competition debut. Chaubert, of course, the son of former Al Ahly and Egypt goalkeeper Ahmed Chaubert. He was in the winning AFCON squad in 1986, Ahmed Chaubert. And his son Ufa following in his father's footsteps while representing Al Ahly 3 decades on. This is Chama.
I like the way Simba has been possessing the ball, but it's not that quite effective. I want to see somebody penetrating.
Shot from a distance there. Sorry, just to intervene, but yeah, it's a good point. They've got some very nice technical players, but they just you get that sense they kind of lack that oomph at times just to break through when Al Ahly are able to sit back deep and defend in numbers.
I think Al Ahly has lost a bit of concentration right now, and Simba is taking over the game right now, and their confidence is beginning to build. They are beginning to string their passes together, and this is what we want to see. We don't want to see a one-sided game, and the home side is doing well, and they have a free kick right now.
Down goes Fabrice Ngoma, right under the watchful eyes of the referee, winning his side a free kick on the half-hour mark here. Well, there was an opportunity for the Simba players to get together with the coaching staff as Mohamed El Shenawi received some treatment. I just wonder if that was an opportunity for them to pass on some advice, just to tell them to stay calm and help them try and just settle, as Ahly have looked dangerous at times, but they certainly have just kind of up things in the past couple of minutes, Simba.
I think they should be happy so far how it has turned out to be. Right now, I think they are beginning to get into the game. It looked like Ahly was dominating, from the start to right now. And I think for the last 5 minutes of this game, Simba is beginning to find their feet. They're possessing the ball, and now they have a free kick.
Yeah, it's Cletus Chama and Louis Mikusan stood over this. Right foot, left foot option. It's going to be the Zambian. Awkward bounce in front of El Shenawi, but did well just to hold on to it. Making sure there was no follow-up opportunity.
And this kind of free kick is not going to pass El Shenawi. He's one of the best goalkeepers in Africa right now. I think this is just feeble for him.
Yeah, it's going to require a strike of quite some quality to beat Mohamed El Shenawi from that sort of position. It was on target, but it's unlikely to truly trouble the Egyptian at number 1. Well, this game has followed a pretty similar pattern to the past couple of meetings between these two sides in Dar es Salaam. Both of them decided by just a single goal. Simba victorious on both previous occasions. 1-0 winners. No score in this one yet through half an hour. Both sides, though, just starting to look a little bit more adventurous. Ahly have had their moments. Simba growing into the game increasingly now after a decent start, but then they were sort of pushed back by Ahly as they gained the ascendancy.
I think Ahly is trying to invite Simba to them so that they can start the game deeply, and then they can explore the spaces together. But it's not working at the moment, and I think that's their game plan right now. They just want to play it back and then invite Simba forward so that they can explore. But it looks like it's not working at the moment. They have to change tactic and make sure they try and get a goal. If not, everything is going to change.
A bit of an awkward pass back to Ali Salim there, but alerts the situation. Nasser Ibrahim, the towering defensive header clear. And Goma. Down goes the Moroccan Reda Slim. Drawing the free kick just inside his own half. A sign from as far in July, Reda Slim, after winning the Moroccan Batola last season, led the team with 11 goals. Also scored on his Ahly debut to start the league season. A 4-0 victory over Al Masri. Played just the 2 games so far in the Egyptian top flight this season. Ahly, lovely turn there from Dieng. Dieng tries to cut it back. Goes to ground inside the area. Referee unconvinced. And back here by Yasser Ibrahim. Lays it off to Mohamed Hani.
I think Suleiman went down too easy. It was too easy for a penalty. Although there was a bit of contact there, which I understand it, but he went down too easy. He should have been trying to stay on his feet.
Yeah, certainly. Referee was unmoved. See enough in that to point to the spot. Percy Tau. Hani gets it back. Does Tau. Ahmed Kuka was on the bench against Zambia. Ahmed Kuka yet to make his Egypt debut. Here is Reda Slim now. Strayed into an offside position though.
That was the game plan. They're trying to invite Simba so they can give that penetrative pass behind the defense. You have players who wants to attack behind the defense, and it's an offside, though, but it was a good build-up.
10 minutes left in this opening 45 minutes in Dar es Salaam. Remains goals between Simba of Tanzania and the record 11-time African champions Ahly of Egypt. We're going to have a VAR review here, presumably for that earlier penalty incident.
You know, as I said, there was a contact. There was a contact, which I think the striker went down easily. But I saw a contact, so let's see what the VAR tells us.
Well, the video officials have clearly been in the ear of the match referee, so let's have a second look at this incident.
I think there was a contact. I think it should be a penalty. It should be a penalty right now.
It's Henok Inonga who makes the challenge, clearly catching Karaba on that left shin. So what is the referee going to decide here?
I think there was a kick because the left foot hit the left shin of the striker, and it should be a penalty for me.
Dahan Beda of Mauritania. Just reviewing the incidents on the touchline monitor.
Maybe the referee can favor the home team because they are playing at home. There are a lot of emotions right now, you know, so it's left with the referee to decide. But I think there was a contact which should result in a penalty.
He's certainly taking a good look at this incident. And certainly contact made. Will it be enough to be given as a penalty? No is the ultimate outcome. Referee not convinced there was enough in that challenge to award a penalty. So Simba escaped there. A possible spot kick, and play continues.
For me, I think the referee wanted to favor the home team. The fans are there to support their club. But for me, I think there was a contact which should result in a penalty. But the referee is the final say, and you cannot dispute his decision. So game on.
Yeah, I think you can understand why it was sent for a review, but ultimately it is the referee has the final say, and I don't think you can argue too much with his final decision. Did Karaba perhaps make too much of it? And again, Inonga involved. This time it's the Congolese defender who hits the deck, and he wins the free kick. Marcel Kola smacking his forehead in frustration. There's Reda Slim, who was closing in on goal, but Inonga doing enough to get across and then draw the foul from the Moroccan. Brought down by Amiku-san. Switched out towards the left-hand side. Chama. Touch got away from him, but they might have a second chance here. And Goma just trying to calm things down for Simba.
I like Ngoma how he's been very, very patient, very, very controlling, and he's controlling the midfield so well. You know, his movements and his ball positioning is so amazing. And very, very calm. And I think he can play like even 1,000 minutes without getting tired.
Certainly has been a solid presence in this opening half for Simba in the heart of midfield. Very composed on the ball and always available too. Finding himself in the right position time and again. Knocks it out wide to Kapombe. Looking to attack down the right this time. Simba, ball swung in, deep cross. Headed away by Mohamed Hani. Once more Ngoma, the first man to that loose ball. It's a lovely ball in too.
Ngoma has been one of the dictating the pace for Simba. his vision, his composure, his passing ability, his positioning has been wonderful in this first half. I think he's the best player on the pitch right now.
Well, he certainly bedded in well with Simba. Made the move from Al Hilal, the Sudanese side, in July, formerly of V Club as well. He reached the 2018 CAF Confederation Cup final with V Club rather, losing to Raja Casablanca. But Simba have won their first 5 league games in the Tanzanian top flight this season, so definitely having quite the impact early into his stop here in Tanzania for Brice Ngoma. Half-time quickly approaching, so both teams will be keen just to remain focused in these final few minutes before the interval. Nothing to separate them so far. And Dieng, very nicely done. Receives the ball again here, Dieng, and sets Tau off down the right-hand side.
That was a good defensive work by Simba, and they even won a free kick right now, if I'm not mistaken. He used his space, to recover so well this ball.
Yeah, looked for a moment as if Percy Tau might be scampering clear down that right-hand side. As you say, very good defensive work, getting across, getting his body across as well, and just drawing the perhaps incidental contact from Percy Tau. Enough to earn his side the free kick and just ease the pressure in these last few minutes. And Salim launching it upfield, and Ngoma again winning the aerial challenge. This time winning it back, but unfairly, says the referee, coming through the back of Dieng.
Ngoma has been very, very good this first half. His aggressions, he tries to win the ball. Even the long ball from the goalkeeper, he's the one going for the header and everything. So he's been an amazing player in this first half.
And he certainly has been all over the pitch in this first 43 minutes. And very much involved at the heart of pretty much everything that Simba have done so far. Al Shinawi. Simba awarded the free kick as Kapombe, the player impeded as he was jumping for that header. To make that one at sharp stop earlier on in this half, Ali Salim getting down well to claw away a header from Karaba from a free kick. Mohamed Hani. Tau back deep inside his own half.
Tau has been quiet. He has been quiet for the past 15 minutes. I think they should use him more because he can use his dribbling ability. He tries to get the ball wide and make sure he creates a lot of chances. But he's been cut out in the last 15 minutes of the game since he missed the big chance. I think they should rely on him more to create a lot of chances.
And certainly a very threatening player on his day. Just wonder whether that missed opportunity perhaps weighing on his mind, or will he have put that to the back of his mind straight away? Is that something that can kind of affect you for a few minutes after that opportunity?
Yeah, I think it can affect him a bit, but of course, Ali is a big club. You have a player supporting you, so I don't think mentally he should go down because statistically they're ahead of Simba right now. He shouldn't. That shouldn't get to him. He should keep on doing because I think the players ride on him. They rely on him for his abilities and everything. But I think for the past 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes after the big chance, he's been very, very quiet.
That was a long-range strike there from Mizamiru Yassin. Not sure it was on target, but Mohamed El Shinawi opted to keep it in play and has given it straight back to Simba there with a pretty ordinary goal kick. Nikuson, overlap being made down the right-hand side, cuts it back inside, laid off by Dennis. Lucas on it was who tried to have a shot at goal but was blocked right away, and Enyimba just looking for some help here. And finds it in the form of Che Malone, the Cameroonian.
To be fair, Simba is having a great game, you know, in the last 10 minutes of this first half. And, to be fair, although they're making, like you can see.
There's a chance here perhaps for Ahly right before half-time, and they have struck the opening goal in first half stoppage time. It's the Moroccan Reda Slim. And Simba have been caught out right at the end of the first half here. Well, Ahly had threatened on a few occasions early in this first half, particularly on the counter, and this time they have made Simba pay for that momentary lapse in concentration. Up numbers forward, it was just laid on invitingly into the path of Reda Slim by Karabet, the provider on this occasion. Steered it beyond Ali Salim.
That was a cool finish from Somari. You know, he timed his run very well. He saw the opportunity and he was able to explore with that acute angle. Not everybody can bury that. You know, the goalkeeper gave him that space to make sure he put it on the near post of the goalkeeper. You know, which is a great finish by this young chap.
A first-time finish and a very cool and calm one indeed. Looking out the corner of the goal, sliding it nervously past Ali Salim. And that is the first time that Al Ahly have scored here in Dar es Salaam against Simba. Beaten by 1-0. The past two times they've taken on these Tanzanians at this venue, but they have struck first here right at the end of the first half. Less than a minute to go now here until half-time. Desperately disappointing for Simba to concede at this stage of the first half. Slim here again on the attack towards Karabet. Dummied by the defender. It was calmly done by Che Malone. I knew there was no one in behind. Kibu Dennis hasn't had too many opportunities in the first half since the opening stages. So through the 3 minutes of time added on, CAF President Patrice Motsepe sat alongside FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Mohamed El Shinawi doing his best to make sure this is perhaps the last act of this first half. Yassine heading it forward, but routine stuff for Rami Rabia. And there goes the whistle for the end of this first half in Dar es Salaam. It is Al Ahly, the record 11-time and reigning African champions, who strike first in first half stoppage time. Thanks to the Moroccan Reda Slim, giving his side the slim lead at the halfway stage in the first leg of this quarter-final of the African Football League. So look at the statistics from that first half. Simba just shading the possession. Now Ahly with 7 shots in total, a couple of those on goal. And the all-important strike right at the end of that opening period from Wydad AC, signed in July. And scoring the first ever goal in this African Football League, the inaugural edition of the 8-team competition featuring Africa's leading sides.
You can see the possession of Simba. You know, they've been possessing the ball, as we said. You know, but it hasn't been that dangerous. You know, they were just possession in their.
Yeah, I mean, just how much is that going to impact Simba going into the changing rooms at half-time, conceding at that stage?
Yeah, I think they should make sure they put the ball a bit forward. You know, although they are possessing the ball, but they are doing it in their half. They are not doing so much in Ahly's half, and you should get players running behind, trying to create a lot of chances, trying to do something to make sure. But if you're gonna possess the ball against Ahly like that, that is what they want. You know, if you want to play in your half, they will be okay. Just play in your half, and we're gonna wait and use our experience to score. And I think this game is a fair result. It should have been 3 goals even for Ahly, you know. But 1 goal is okay because Simba was also a bit more defensive. Back there, you know, I think it's a fair result, 1-0 to Ahly.
Let's have a look back at some of the key moments from the opening 45 minutes. This was Karabet early on, a lovely bit of footwork to take the defender out of the equation, just let down by the shot. And another chance. It was Percy Tau once more getting involved down the right-hand side.
This should have been a goal. After that, as we were discussing, this was what. After this chance, he went quiet. You know, this chance should have been 1 goal for Ahly.
It was Percy Tau who would win a free kick. That would lead to another opportunity for Ahly. It was Afsha with a cross in, Karabet with the header, and a good stop. Loads was left by Ali Salim.
Great save from the goalkeeper. You know. You could see the grass, a bit of water, you know, so the ball just slid and then he was able to block the ball. Great save by the goalkeeper.
But Simba had their moments as well. And this was Cletus Chama, the Zambian. The ball just running beyond his reach. A despairing lunge to try and flick it past Mohamed El Shinawi. In the end, ended up catching the.
It was a well-timed, brave goalkeeper by El Shinawi. He was just watching and his timing was so well. Nice goalkeeping.
And then Fabrice Ngoma, he was heavily involved in the first half, winning the free kick. Shot from Chama. Relatively straightforward save for El Shinawi in the goal. Right before the half-time whistle, Wydad Slim. Ball laid on a platter invitingly by Karabet. And the coolest of finishes from the Moroccan to give Simba, to give Ahly rather, the half-time lead. So players making their way back out here ahead of the start of the second half of this first of the 4 quarter-finals in the inaugural African Football League. Marcel Kuller's side leading by 1-0. Al Ahly striking right at the end of the first half against Simba. It looks as if the hosts are going to make a change here. It's the former Al Ahly man, Luis Miguison, who's going to be replaced here for the start of the second half. Jean Baleke coming on in his place, the Congolese forwards, hoping to make more of an impact in the attacking third. For the hosts, as they look to try and force their way back into this encounter, they'll be desperate not to go to Cairo next week with a deficit to try and overturn. A double switch, in fact. Sadio Kanouté is also going to come on as well for the second 45 minutes. So we're back underway in Dar es Salaam. Reda Slin's goal in first half stoppage time, giving Al Ahly the advantage against Simba. Plenty of time though still in this one. Asamoah, what will Robertinho have said at half-time, the Simba coach, to his players, given the nature of the way they fell behind?
I think the coach has figured something out. He thinks he needs more offensive players on the field, and he believes he can also explore the defense of the Egyptians, which is Al Ahly. And so that change is a bit tricky right now, because they are playing on their back foot right now. But I think he wants to be more offensive in the second half to please the fans, at least to get some goals. I don't think it's the right choice, but he is taking the risk to do that. And I think that is a good call for him, and because they've created 2 or 3 chances, and that they should have at least buried. So I think it's a good call for the coach, although it's a big risk, but for a team like Al Ahly. But hey, football, sometimes tactics can also be very, very important in the game.
Well, in Baleke, they've certainly got a player of top-class pedigree, scored 4 times in last season's CAF Champions League. Signed from Tepe Mazembe in his homeland. Can he help turn things around here? But it is Al Ahly straight into the Simba box early in this second half, looking to double their advantage. Kessis Chama coming away with it for Simba. He finds the left back, Mohamed Hussein. Another touch here for the other substitute who was brought on at Sadio Kanouté. They're looking to link up with Fabrice Ngoma in this second half. One of the standout performers in the first, Ngoma. Looking for a bit more support from Kanouté. He's come on with a fresh pair of legs here. Enonga survived a penalty scare in that first half. Henok Enonga, incident which was reviewed by the referee. Ultimately decided it wasn't worthy of a spot kick. The challenge he made on at Karaba. Karaba was the player though who set up the goal late in that first half. Teeing up Reda Slim for the only goal so far.
I think they are trying to operate from the wide areas to make sure they get a crossing. You can see, I think Baleke is someone who is very good with the head. So they're trying to explore the side of the field so that they can get their crosses in.
Yeah, I wonder if there'll be a slight tactical shift in the second half. Different approach, trying to find that equaliser. They have the free kick here, deep on the right-hand side. Saidi Tsibanzukiza, the player, chopped down. He's going to be the man to take this set piece as well. Not happy, I don't think, with the distance the wall is from the ball. I'm feeling it should be a little further back. A bit of jostling going on inside that area. Rabia and Inonga, close quarters ball whipped in. Good defensive header, and then it's Slim who wants it further upfield. Chama shifts it inside and skips harmlessly through to El Shinawi. Good vision there from the keeper. He picks out Slim, and Slim's got the run on this man here. That's going to stay in play as well. Slim. Well, he's done ever so well there.
Yeah, I think that the idea was nice. He tried to put it across for number 7 man.
For Karaba
to get a finish. He did a great run there. Karaba did a great run there. You know, so he was just a shot across for a tap-in, but technically sometimes it happens in the game. So you
can see what his intention was. Karaba was calling for it. He was the one who had the header in the first half that was well saved by Ali Salim. To have a bit of a step on his marker as well, just unfortunately for Al Ahly, the ball in was somewhat lacking from Reda Slim, having done all the hard work up until that point.
And I think Simba has tried to put the offensive players, there, but their build-up is a bit very slow. As a team trailing by a goal to nil, they should just try and move the ball faster and try to explore the spaces of Al Ahly. But it looks like they're still playing like the first half, and if you keep playing like that, of course the possession, they were high percentage of possession, but it wasn't something effective, and this is what they are still doing in the second half. Yeah, although they are stringing their passes together.
At some point, there is going to be a sense of urgency, you would suspect, that will kick in if this score remains the same for the next, 15-20 minutes or so. For the time being, Simba just still struggling to really cause problems for Al Ahly. Trying to get restarted again after the blow of that goal late in the first half.
And I think tactically, Ali have figured it out that they don't feel that sense of urgency. They don't recover well when they lose the ball. So Ali has been playing with the back foot, make sure they stay compact and then play on the counter.
Cletus Chama putting the ball down after Celio Canute was bundled over by Ahmed Kuka, pleading his case with the referee. Appeals which fell on deaf ears. And Chama sizing up the situation, defended away. And so far though, as Hussein swung back in once more, better looking ball. Ball stayed in play too, hooked across goal, and they have the equaliser, and it's Kibu Dennis turning home from point blank range. Well, that was a much better delivery in. It was a difficult header, kept in play, hooked back across goal, and there was Kibu Dennis on hand, had to force it home.
Yes,
exactly what was required.
So the substitution has been very effective for Simba. Balike came on, he was good in the head, the cross. This is what the coach wants. He did what he had to do back, and Dennis, who they rely on so much for goals, he's able to deliver, and he was at the right place at the right time.
That spot's on there. It was Baleke who got in just ahead of his man, and it was a looping header that was awkward for the Al Ahly defence. Chama was there beyond the far post, wisely knocked it back across goal, and Kibu Dennis looks to have sustained a blow in scoring that goal.
I think this is what the coach wants. This is the kind of substitution he made. He needs to bring players forward, and he feels like they can get into the box. And as we said earlier, he was trying to operate from the flanks to get a cross in, and the cross came in, and Balege did what he had to do as a striker, and then they had the results, and this the goal they have.
Well, whatever was said at half-time, and those two changes certainly have worked wonders. Back on at level terms, just minutes into the second half. You can see why Kibu Dennis's stayed down, was caught round the head by the boot of Rami Rabia. He's desperately trying to clear it, beaten to it. Looks as if he is okay, has shaken off that knock. Now to come back on. It really has got the crowds going as well, that equalising goal.
Yeah, they need the crowd. They need the crowd behind them. You know, I think they've been a bit quiet, and now the crowd is on the feet, and this will build the confidence of Simba. And let's see how they're going to capitalize on the goal that they've equalized. And it's a huge boost for them. It's going to change the momentum of the game. But as I said, Ahly is more experienced, and they've been in this situation before. But hey, 1-1 at this stage. I'll say kudos to the coach of Simba. The changes that really changed the game. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
It certainly was a recurring theme. The 12th man, the home crowds. Everyone who was speaking ahead of this game brought it up in the pre-match press conferences, saying how much of an impact it would have, how important it would be to get the home fans really behind them. And just here by the atmosphere that's being generated by the supporters after that equalising goal, just the effect it's had. A header from Kibu Dennis. Interesting now to see how Ahly will kind of diffuse the situation, try and take the sting out of things. Quieten the crowd once more. Nice 1-2 there. Percy Tau and Aliou Dieng. Too much on the pass though, and it's going to end up being a throw in for Simba.
Percy Tau has been quiet, you know, and he's somebody who faced a lot of chances, but I don't know what is happening. But Ahly is trying to slow the pace of Simba, try to make sure they keep their composure, you know, to keep the ball. But Simba has been in the game right now after the goal, and the fans are behind them, and look at how they are processing the ball, how they are moving to the spaces, and it's working for them.
On this occasion, and telling the Simba player to get back up, looking for the free kick. Not getting the decision, but that's a bit of an awkward air kick there from the Ahly midfielder Ahmed Kuka. Got away with it. Afsha.
See how Ahly is processing the ball. They want to invite Simba, you know, to come first so they can explore the spaces behind. So they're just keeping the ball in their half to invite Simba to come so that they can run. But I think Simba has figured it out. And then here we go. That is what they are planning to do.
Worked out wide here too. Percy Tau has been in red hot form in the Egyptian Premier League to start the season. 4 goals in the first 2 games, scoring twice in both of those. Hasn't quite been at the races so far this evening though in Dar es Salaam.
Yeah, when you have a confident team at the moment, it's very, very difficult to play against them. They go back into the game, the fans is behind them, and this is where Ahly should pick up the pace and then make sure they do it. But the home team, of course, they are playing at home. They are doing so well, and I think the second half, the 2 substitutions has changed everything. You know, I hope they can able to keep the results and make sure they can deliver some magic at the later stages of the game. So, interesting game so far.
It's going to be Tau to swing this in. High looping ball into the far post, and it was Yasser Ibrahim who got his head on it. Well, the tame header that was easily held by Ali Salim, but the flag had gone up, or the referee had spotted some pushing. And coming up to the hour mark, and how the momentum has it shifted after that equalising goal. Heads dropped late in that first half for Simba, and they were caught out. Reda Slim giving Ahly the lead, but Kibu Dennis equalising early on here in the second half. The shot from the substitute Kanute deflected behind, and just another chance to get the fans involved here. Corner kick upcoming for Simba.
I think Al-Ahly is in a bit of difficulties right now. There's a bit of loss of concentration right now, and the home team, which is Simba, is capitalizing on their loss of concentration. I think this is the time they should try and get a goal, before Ali gets into the game, and it will be a fair result if they get a goal.
And it's in! And it's 2-1. Header at the near post, skips beyond Mohamed El Shenawi.
Substitution.
And it was Sadio Kanute, I think, the substitute. Getting in ahead of his man.
We were talking about the two substitutions, and this is what is happening now. The coach had a great call right now, and these two substitutions have changed the game totally. We were talking about them getting a goal immediately.
Swung in by Saidi, and there was Kanute. Nodding it home at the near post, past the despairing dive of Mohamed El Shenawi. Too much pace on the header. The ball was passing before he could really react. And it looks like a real masterstroke from Robertinho. The changes he's made at half-time within 15 minutes. Simba have turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Both substitutes involved in the goals. Kanute this time the scorer of the second.
I think the goalkeeper El Sharawi should have done a bit better, but it was at the blind side of him. He was in the first post. He was beaten at the first post. When a goalkeeper is beaten in the first post, then you are at fault, But I think it was a blind side of him, and there was nothing he could do about it.
Good header from Kanute, all the same. Got in ahead of his defender. And really, with that kind of pace on the ball, just had to put it on target. There's a free kick here for Al-Ahly. Well, you were saying they needed to basically ride the storm right before that corner was taken. Unable to do so, now they find themselves a goal behind and kind of tempers flaring here. I mean, how did they kind of calm themselves down, reassess the situation? They've still got 30 minutes to go.
As we said earlier, they were in the game. They were pushing. The fans were behind them, and we were talking about they capitalizing on their confidence and then make sure they get a goal. And then they got a goal when we were discussing about it. A confident team is very, very difficult to beat at the moment. And right now, it looks like Al-Ahly is in big trouble if they don't get back to the game. And this is a fair result right now. The coach made good changes, tactical changes, and then it's working for Simba right now.
Certainly the momentum well and truly on Simba's side. I think the argument there would be that the Al-Ahly player put his foot on the ball, and Simba felt like that was effectively them taking the free kick, which is why Chama, I think it was, raced forwards. Free. Allowing Al-Ahly second opportunity though.
I think it's a bit of tactic from players just to make sure they frustrate the opponents. And
it's a cross goal and it's tipped away, but there is Karabakh with the equaliser. 4 minutes after falling behind, and with the momentum seemingly well and truly against them, a Karabakh pops up, free kick taken. There was Yasser Ibrahim in far too much space. Ali Salim could only get a hand on it and really only succeeded in steering the ball straight into the path of Karabakh. And he had the simplest of finishes, ball bouncing over the head.
I think they lost a bit of concentration with that argument right there. Sometimes it's unnecessary. Just go back and defend. And they've been punished for it. And you have an experienced striker, Mahmoud Suleimana, who has been a threat in the first half. And football sometimes, when you lose concentration, just 1 minute, it can cause a problem for you.
Kibu Dennis does well to make something of that. Pulled back by Achama. And booted to at safety. Lovely turn there. Baleke. Can't find his way past two black shirts though. And eventually gives away the free kick.
We are witnessing an interesting game in Dar es Salaam right now. I'm enjoying the game, how the game has turned out to be. 2-2, it's a fair result right now. You know, the fans are in the game, everybody's involved right now. And the game is looking very, very interesting right now.
Baleke has picked himself up a booking. Pierluigi Collina, a former international referee, the Italian, sat alongside Arsene Wenger in the stands for this one. Head of refereeing at FIFA these days, Collina. Long ball drilled forwards, well won by Rami Rabia. Not really sure what to expect next. This game has nearly gone one direction and then into another in the second half. Looks as if Simba are on top after taking the lead, but trying to perhaps frustrate and irritate Ahly before that free kick. Perhaps they cost themselves as they themselves then had switched off. Hit with the equalising goal. Still 25 minutes remain in what's been a pulsating encounter so far. Excellent work there by Afsha. Sprays it out to Percy Tau. Just has to wait for it to come down. Dieng. Tau again. Afsha. Lovely footwork from Afsha. Straight at Ali Salim.
I think Tau was alone there. He should have stringed that pass to Tau to be more easier for him to finish. And he decided to go solo, which was a bit feeble for the goalkeeper.
This is Kanute. Scorer of the second goal for Simba, and Goma able to find a teammate at the second attempt. How important is it that Simba take a lead to the second leg in Cairo? They've been there twice before, lost 5-0 the first time around, 1-0 defeat the second time, but a very difficult place to go, the Cairo International Stadium, where the crowd will be absolutely against them.
I think Simba wants to prove a point. You know, this is the opening game. Everybody's around. You know, they want to give something to the fans to go home and talk about. You know, and it's rather unfortunate they couldn't keep their lead for a long time, and Ahly got into the game. You know, and this is a bit dangerous for Simba right now. I hope they can able to change something and get a victory.
First change, a couple of changes in fact can be made here by Ahly. Looks like it's Marwan Atia, number 13 for Ahly, as well as Hussein El Shahat. Going to enter the fray. So off go Afsha. Goal scorer Reza Slim. Free kick to defend though here first up, Ahly after making those two substitutions. Shot from distance and it's on target, but too much venom in that strike. Easy stop for El Shanawi.
To be fair, I think Simba has done so well in this game, and the way they are composed, their confidence level, the way they are stringing the passes together, they are still in the game with a giant like Ahly. And to be fair, this result has been very, very interesting, and tactically the coach of Simba has also done an incredible job tactically.
Well, they've certainly gone toe-to-toe so far this evening with the giants of African football, exchanging blows with them. Little over 20 minutes remaining. Teams locked at 2 goals apiece. Enonga. Kapombe, they head towards Kibi Dennis. El Shenawi with a key save there. It was Baleke who managed to flick out a leg, and it would have been a third for Simba.
Another dangerous play from Baleke. He's been a threat since he came on in the game, and I think that has changed. That 2 substitutions has changed the game, and Simba has been doing so well. Look at Baleke right now. That's a striker's move. You could see he wants to get in there, and this is what they needed from the first half. A striker who can get into the box.
Real predatory instincts there from Baleke. And credit to El Shenawi for getting out quickly to make that block. Baleke really has helped turn things around for Simba since coming on. Real live wire up front. Foul given away by Percy Tau, perhaps born out of frustration. Robertinho, the Brazilian coach of Simba, joined the club in January from Uganda's Vipers. After winning the Uganda Premier League with the club and then qualifying them for the group stages of the CAF Champions League for the first time in the club's history. Hoping to lead Simba to uncharted territory in this season's competition, as well as in the African Football League. We've always found that progress blocked at the quarter-final stages in recent seasons. El Shahat. There is Tell, scampering away down the right-hand side. Shifts it back onto his left. Down he goes. He's looking for a whistle from the referee. He can't believe it, but play allowed to carry on. Given away, though, to Ahmed Kuka. Play is going to be brought back, however, I think for a foul just before then. Oh, that animated Marcel Koller, the Al Ahly coach.
Masitao has not been in his best moment in this particular game. You know, in his normal day, it's 1 against 1. He takes players on that easily, and he's been quiet since the missed chances, and there'll be a lot of frustration. And I think he should be able to lift up his game and get Ahly team going, because they need him very, very so well in this game.
It was a quick VAR check there by the video officials, but they were happy that there was nothing worth reviewing. Earlier incident involving Tau. No need for the referee to have a look at the touchline monitor on this occasion. Good communication there between defender and keeper. El Shenawi presumably calling off Rami Rabia. Defended well just to hold off the presence of the Ahly man. This is Dennis. Showed a bit too much of it there to Marvin Ataya. Had him to just poach it away. This is El Shahat. El Shahat looking to bend it towards the far post. Just had to keep a watchful eye on it. Ali Salim. Forward running across his line of vision. Not much pace in the strike, but would have been costly. And he let that slip from his grasp, and we have another yellow card here. And it's going to be for Sadio Kanute. Joins his teammate Sean Baleke in the referee's notebook. The 2 Simba substitutes picking up bookings in this second half. Ibrahim. Hani. And Dieng able to latch onto it. Looking for some support here, Dieng. Al Shahat. Al Shahat has another pop. This time caught hold of it better, but all that close in the end. Anonga wants to go back to his keeper. They're trying to play it out from the back, nearly getting themselves into a bit of trouble there, Simba. This time, Anonga opting to pump it long. Dennis. Ball into the feet up Aleke. Chama lays it off first time, off the crossbar. What a hit that was! Desperately unlucky. The ball stayed in play as well.
That was an intelligent play from the number 10. That was a smart play. The goalkeeper was expecting a control, and then he hit it once, and no goalkeeper has a chance. And after the crossbar, the goalkeeper should have done a bit better, and then he fumbled, and now they are the counter-attack right now.
It's Percy Tau again, scampering away down the right-hand side. Che Malone trying to hold him off. It's a clever ball in, and it's into the side, netting from Icarapa. Sliding it just the wrong side of the post, but end-to-end stuff here. Moments after Simba hit the bar with a brilliant first-time strike that certainly caught Mohamed El Shinawi by surprise. Icarapa inches away from putting Al Ahly 3-2 ahead. I think it's fair to say that neither side settling for this 2-2 scoreline.
That was an intelligent play from Saidi. He did what he had to do. He scored from nothing. That was an individual brilliance. You know, they could have gotten a goal right now. But as I said, Al Ahly is relying so much on the counter-attack, and they nearly had a goal. You could see Mahmoud was trying to appeal for a penalty. He thought there was a contact right now, but he should have buried that ball.
So 2 more changes being made here by the hosts. Israel Patrick Mwenda coming on. Alongside Willie Onana. Goal straight away is Onana. Looking for the free kick, which wasn't forthcoming. Another substitution shortly as well, this time made by Al Ahly. So Kapombe and the goal scorer for Simba. Kibu Dennis, the 2 players replaced for this final quarter of an hour.
Dennis has also had a great great game today. He was able to keep the ball. Although he was a bit quiet in the first half, he stood his present. He made sure he did what he had to do as a striker to get a goal. Great game from Dennis so far. He's had his time, and I think the coach has decided to take him off due to tactical reasons, which is fair from the coach.
Yeah, certainly did play his role in the second half. Kibu Dennis, the score of that first goal. This is Kanute, who got the second with the header from the corner. Tried to slide it through. Ball comes straight back though. Kanute once more. Goma. Enonga into the box. Header away from Ibrahim. It's going to fall here. Well, it was an inviting one. It was asking to be hit, but didn't quite have the right technique to keep it down. That's going to be a triple substitution made here by Ahly. Using up their full allotment of 5 changes.
I think the coach of Ahly is trying to bring some attacking players in this game, because it looks like both teams are very, very tired right now, and he's trying to capitalize on the tiredness and everything. You could see he's bringing more offensive, fresh players on the field to be able to attack between the lines, the space of Simba.
So Salamosan, who was on loan at Cleopatra last season, one of the 3 players brought on here. Played at the Tokyo Olympics for Egypt, Mosin. Khalid Abdel Fattah being brought on as well. As Percy Tau makes way. Tau Mohammed, the 5th and final change, made by Ahly coach Marcel Koller. Now into the last 10 minutes here in Dar es Salaam. Crowd has quietened down a little bit since that equaliser for 2-2 scored by Karapa. Are we in though for a grandstand finish at this 60,000 venue? Ataya, Mosin, Hani surging forwards, flicks over to the right hand side. This is Mohammed. As the ball taken away from him. Well, just to keep hold of it there, Willie Onana. Signed from Rwandan side Around Sports in July. Simba number 7. It's going to be a free kick here for Simba, taken quickly. Enonga, Malone. Back with Malone. He played in the Champions League last season for Cotton Sports of Cameroon. Didn't have a particularly happy time of things though against Al Ahly. His side were beaten 3-0 and 4-0 in the group stage. Shot from distance, and it's wide of the near post from Onana, trying to make things happen. Perhaps pressing a little bit too hard though.
I think Onana is a kind of player who tries to take players 1v1. And although this shot wasn't necessary, but I think he tries to make something happen, you know, to make sure he gave the team a life. And to be fair, Simba has been able to match Ahly right now, and they've done an incredible job tactically, and I think the mindset for this game has been great. They had a great game today.
Wonderful control there from El Shahat. Still going El Shahat. Can he slip it through? Ball took a touch and forced Mohammed just to have to backtrack slightly. Hani. This is Mohammed again. Swings it in. Brushed the head of a Simba defender. And despite the best efforts of Mwenda, he's able to keep it in play. Ataya. He came on as a substitute against Zambia last week, Marwin Ataya. A 1-0 win. That was another look at the chance. Long-range strike that came back off the top of the crossbar. And then just moments later, Ahly went down the other end and very nearly scored themselves. Desperately unlucky, wonderful strike. Well, Shinawi would have been beaten all ends up. And Goma. Malone.
I think what Simba hasn't realized is they brought those players to operate the wide area so they can put a crossing. You know, they've scored 2 goals with their head. You know, so why don't they explore on the side? And I think if they are able to explore the side and get a crossing, they could be very, very dangerous. But I think like they've stopped and then they are possessing the ball as they were doing in the first half.
Yeah, it certainly worked for them, that tactic, getting the ball out wide and putting it into dangerous areas. Both of the goals coming from balls into the box. Second from a corner. Certainly have posed problems for Al Ahly. Perhaps just getting away from a tactic that has worked well for them in this second half. One last change going to be made here by Simba. John Boko coming on for Cletus Chama. 5th and final change made by Simba coach Robertinho.
And they're still bringing offensive players in, so you could see they want the victory. They want to win this game. You know, for me, I think they should try and keep their results and make sure they go home with something. But you could see they're bringing more offensive players, which is very, very brave of the coach of Simba. He's done an incredible job, good changes, and he's still bringing offensive players. So you could see he wants to win the game. He wants to get the 3 points.
Yeah, it's definitely an attacking mindset. Certainly not sitting back and happy with a 2-2 draw. Perhaps just with a view to what's to come in Egypt next week. But still looking for this winning goal late on. Simba very much.
That is a brave call from Roberto Oliveira because you know, playing a team like Ahly and playing at home, although things are going their way right now, the 2-2, but I think he should be even more cautious of defending and make sure he can get the results. You might never know what is going to happen in Egypt, but you could see he wants the win to be at the safer side and get a victory and maybe go to Al Ahly and maybe defend or something. I think it's a brave call from Roberto Oliveira.
When Boko, the man who's just come on, it's the player who scored the all-important equalising goal in the second leg of the second rounds of African Champions League qualifying against Zambia's Power Dynamos. A 1-1 draw, allowing Simba to scrape through on away goals after the tie finished 3-3 on aggregate. Can Boko have a similar sort of effect here in the dying moments? Mohamed. Ataya. Abdul Fattah. He's done well there to find a teammate. El Shahat. Will deflects back off El Shahat, and out comes Ali Salim. Saidi. And he's been fortunate there to receive the free kick. A dangerous pass, but he was being hauled back as he played that ball. Enonga. Malone.
To be fair, I think Inongas also has had a great game today. He's been able to, he's been like a rock in the defense of Simba.
Player who appears very comfortable on the ball, often receiving it from his goalkeeper, helping Simba construct from the back. Actually been happy to do so. Well, it was nearly an awkward moment there for Simba. Ball just about eluding Salamosin. Otherwise, he may well have been through on goal. Awaiting the indication from the fourth official as to how many minutes will be added on. This is Anana. And he conjures some late magic for Simba. And Saidi unable to control that. Hit the crossbar earlier on in this second half. They were so close to grabbing what would have been a vital third goal.
I think Ahly is also trying to keep the results because they are in a strong position right now. And you could see they've slowed their pace. They are not pressing anymore. They're just sitting back. I don't know, maybe they want to just keep the results and make sure they can capitalize on the second leg.
Well, certainly given their recent struggles away to Simba, a couple of defeats, I think they'd be more than happy with the way things have gone so far. And if the outcome is to be 2-2 at the end, I think they would have settled for that at the start of this one.
Both teams looks very, very, very tired right now, and I'm sure they want to keep the results. And I think the changes that Oliveira did, he really wants the victory, which he wants to be at the safer side, going back to the second leg of the game.
Abdel Fattah having his name taken by the referee. Well, there's something that Marcel Collar said before this game, the fact that whenever any team comes up against Ahly, they are supremely motivated. They always double their efforts in an attempt to get the better of the Egyptian giants, and Simba have certainly given all they can handle this afternoon. It doesn't look as if it's going to be enough for victory in this first leg, but this tie by no means over, heading back to Cairo on Tuesday.
And I think, to be fair, Simba should be very, very happy about this result if it ends 2-2. I think it's a great result for them, although it doesn't look good. It won't look good in the second leg of the game, but they've had a great performance against the giant team in Africa.
This is Dieng. Can he snatch it late on? Dieng lays it off the woodwork. Foul by Merson, but the referee's assistant did have his flag raised over on the far side. Aliou Dieng just dancing his way into the Simba box and laying it off to his teammate. Ball cannoning back off the woodwork, but it wouldn't have counted.
Simba was lucky there, but I think the linesman has already raised the flag, which was a fair decision. So 2-2.
Let's just have another look at it. This was Dieng, certainly some tiring legs out there, allowed to carve his way through. Very tight decision, but I think the referee's assistant got it spot on. Salah Mohsen seeing his effort come back off the frame of the goal. Could be through again here though. It's Mohsen once more. Can he win it? Excellent defensive challenge. Right in the nick of time to deny Ahly what surely would have been the winning goal. Salah Mohsen, the substitute, must have thought he was about to wrap things up.
Oh, what a great defense.
Wonderful recovery work from Che Malone. And getting back and getting his foot to the ball, diverting it behind for a corner. saving his team at the death, but they will have to defend this corner. Nashahat. Nasser Ibrahim will give chase. Oh, there goes the final whistle, all over in Dar es Salaam. First leg of this African Football League quarter-final between Simba and Ahly. Finishes on as even at 2 goals apiece. More to play for going into the second leg in Cairo next week.
I think it's a good result for Simba. You know, I favoured Ahly to win this game convincingly.
So the first leg of the quarter-final finishes at 2 goals apiece between Simba and Ahly. Well, it's very entertaining 2-2 draw there.
Yeah, very, very entertaining. I favoured Ahly to win this game convincingly, but it turned out to be 2-2. Simba did what they had to do. They came back from behind, but they couldn't keep the results. You know, they lost a bit of concentration due to the argument with the referee there, and then Ahly came back into the game, and then it was 2-2. For me, I think it was a good game. It was a good result for Simba because they were the underdogs, and then they were able to make sure they matched the Egyptians. Yeah,
they certainly showed great character to bounce back after conceding in first half stoppage time. 2 really key substitutions made at half time. The introduction of Jean Baleke and Sadio Kanouté. It was Kibu Dennis who got the equalising goal before Kanouté headed home to put Simba in front. But shortly after, Karaba levelled for 2 apiece. And that was how it finished. A really exciting opening game to launch the African Football League. 3 more quarter-finals to come over the next couple of days. Che Malone getting back just in time to make a vital goal-saving challenge in the last of 4 minutes of stoppage time to preserve this 2-2 draw. Would have been quite the challenge had Simba gone to Egypt, having to overturn a deficit. They'll definitely still have to score as things stand, given that away goals are in effect. Certainly up for the challenge based on what we've seen here in this first leg. So for the first time in 5 meetings between these teams, there is no winner. On as even after a 4-goal thriller in Dar es Salaam. Fantastic atmosphere as well. Let's have a look at the full-time statistics. Simba with more of the possession. Pretty much even though in terms of overall shots. Simba with a couple of more on target. They did also hit the crossbar at 2-2 through the veteran Saidi Tibazonkiza. Desperately unlucky not to produce what could have been the match winner.
Yes, coach. After 90 minutes of the game, 2-2 in your homeland. How was the game?
Yes, was difficult game because our opponent I spoke before, was very experienced team in Champions League in Africa, but you know, Simba show everyone our capacity here, okay? 2-2, okay, but we play aggressive in second half with the ball. We play offensive. I'm very happy, I'm satisfied about my players because we play very well in second half. It's not easy. Lose 1-0 in first half and you come back and they score 2-1. Okay, it's very, very positive. Congratulations for my players because he understand very well when he finished first half. Good compactness, 3 compartments together. Congratulations. Congratulations everyone. It's not easy. It's not easy. Play, change, score. First half, second half. Congratulations for my players, everyone. I am satisfied. But we go prepare again for next game outside. Why not? In football, everything is possible. Congratulations, everyone.
Thanks, coach. You don't want to speak English. You want to speak Swahili. Yeah. Saido. Yes, Saido. They scored 2 goals and your team scored 2 goals. What was the problem?
I think this is Ahly is a big team. So, and we have to thank God, alhamdulillah, for the result. This is the first leg, so we wait for the second leg to see what we do. But for me, I congratulate every player, everyone who make everything, any effort. This is the football, anything can happen. So now it's 2-2 today. So we will see away game how it will be. So we are happy for this. Of course, we want to win, but this is football. We have to accept everything that happened in football.
Where do you think it was hard for your team to score more goals?
I think I can say right now. I think now it's time to go to watch all the game or watch the goals. Then I can say. But right now I can't say anything about the game. I'm happy. That is the football. That is the result. So we have to think about next game.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, you heard there the thoughts of Simba coach Robertinho, as well as the number 10 Saidi Kisa. After that 2-2 draw, Robertinho full of praise for the way his players bounced back after conceding that opening goal. Really pleased with the performance, particularly the way they took the game to Ahly, despite falling a goal behind. Full of belief going into the second leg. And as for Saidi, well, again, he was full of praise for his teammates, just the effort they put in. As he crucially said, anything can happen in football. There's always a chance that they can get the better of Ahly in Cairo next week.
Yeah, I agree with the interviews. I agree with what they said, what the coach said, what Saidi also said. Playing a team like Ahly, who is giant in Africa, and be able to hold them 2-2. Although it looks like the second leg is going to be a different story altogether, but the 2-2 is like a victory to them. How they fought, how they approached the game. They were 1 goal down, they came back to 2-1 leading, and then it ended up in 2-2. So I think it's a great result for Simba, and it's a fair result for them as well.
Yes, coach. 2-2 away. What is your tactical opinion?
Ja, wir haben erste Halbzeit sehr gut gespielt und ja, wir hätten 3, 4 Tore schießen können. Leider ist uns da nur 1 gelungen und ja, zweite Halbzeit hat dann unser Gegner Simba aufgedreht. Sind dann verdient in Führung gegangen und gut, wir konnten dann nochmals zulegen und das 2-2 erzielen.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
So Al Ahly not quite home and dry rather just yet. We'll have to get a result next week in Cairo against Simba, who proves what they're capable of doing. Not afraid of the record 11-time African champions.
I think if they're going to play like that, the way they played in the second half, then they're going to do well in Egypt. But if they're going to stay flat-footed like the way they played in the second half, it's going to be a very long day for them in Egypt. You know, we hope for the best. Everybody wants to win it, and I wish everybody luck in the next leg of the competition.
Yes, Pestao, 2-2 away. What do you think it was hard for your team in this opening game of the African Football League?
Yeah, look, I think we had moments that we could have killed off the game, could have scored. But Simba also played well. We are here with the 2-2.
Thanks.
Thank you.
هات الكوتش هات الكوتش هات الكوتش هات الكوتش شكرا ليك زميلي يعقوب. معنا الآن اللاعب بريستاو. بريستاو, welcome of all, welcome with you in Abu Dhabi Sports TV channel.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
What are your opinion about the result?
Yeah, look, I think we could have scored. We could have killed off the game. But then we've got the 2-2 now. We'll just have to do better at home.
And Tanzania called you Messi Tao. How do you think about that?
Nah, I think people, they always give me nicknames, but Tanzania was lovely. We enjoyed our time, and we could have won here, and it was going to be a beautiful experience for us being here.
What you say to your friend Luis Mikisoni after the match?
I look at us just to catch up and tell them that they give us hard time. And then it's nice seeing him again, and I wish him all the best here.
Thanks. أستاذ يعقوب, ده كان لقائنا مع بريستاو لاعب النادي الأهلي. عودة لك من جديد إلى الاستوديو.